My dear friend in Christ, ever since the COVID pandemic outbreak, we have been pounded from all quarters about precautionary measures. Wear your mask, wash and sanitize your hands frequently, maintain social distance, and do not forget to take your vaccine. Now, these precautions are certainly good for ourselves and for others. But do you know that during Jesus' time and to this day, there was a mandatory requirement for Jews to wash their hands before eating? It was a rule created by the Jewish teachers of the law. It is not for protection from sickness or disease. It was a ritual washing, and they made it a strict spiritual requirement. Water should be poured on the fingertips and allowed to flow till the elbow. It certainly was a meticulous task, and it definitely took a bit of time too. So imagine if you're very hungry and you have to go through this ritual. But that was the practice they enforced on the people. Now here's what happened. Please read Mark chapter 7. On one occasion, some of Jesus' disciples straightway began eating without this ritual washing. Some Pharisees and teachers of the law who had come from Jerusalem noticed this, and they took offense. They questioned Jesus. They asked, "Why don't your disciples live according to the tradition of the elders instead of eating their food with defiled hands?" And Jesus hit back saying, Isaiah was right when he prophesied about you hypocrites. As it is written, "These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They worship me in vain. Their teachings are merely human rules." You have let go of the commands of God and are holding on to human traditions. My dear friend in Christ, Jesus was indicating to them how preoccupied they were with laws, with traditions, and with rituals, that they were not concerned about the human condition because they burdened people with multiple traditions and rules. For them, the law was above love, but for Jesus, love was above the law. Yes, for them, the law was above love, but for Jesus, love was above the law. My dear friend in Christ, if by following the law and the spiritual traditions, it makes you more human, more loving towards one another, and draws you closer to God, Jesus is happy. But if it does the opposite to you, then all your worship, all your spiritual practices are in vain and are a dishonor to the Lord, and your faith is practically dead. My dear friend in Christ, let me leave you with a story which you can prayerfully reflect upon. It is the story of an old Jewish rabbi thrown into a Roman prison. He was to suffer from acute dehydration, which would have led him to his death. But they noticed it, and the prison guard said that the rabbi was given his daily quota of drinking water. So the prison doctor and the officer in charge told the guards to secretly watch the rabbi and see what he was doing with the water that they gave him. They were shocked to find that the rabbi was using almost all the water given to him for the traditional ritual washing before prayers and meals. My dear friend in Christ, the best form of worship and honor to God is in loving yourself first, and then loving your neighbor as yourself. Yes, the best form of worship and honor to God is in loving yourself and loving your neighbor as yourself. May you have a good and godly day.